doing, and I'm back today with another nursing video. Today's nursing video topic is going to be age. So I have gotten this question quite a few times. Even took a poll over on my Snapchat. So if you're not following me on Snap, make sure to do so, because a lot of you guys can input on what videos you want to see, what you don't want to see, and all of that good jazz. But a lot of people have been asking me about age. So if you're interested and if you are considered too old to be a nurse, continue to watch. So here's the thing. I don't believe there should be an age limit, age cutoff, or a certain age where you're considered too old to be a nurse. There's no law or no rule that says once you reach a certain age that you can not go back to school to be a nurse, or you're just too old to be a nurse. But I do think there are some things to take into consideration. First thing is, I went to school with people that were a lot older than me and a lot younger than me. If you're wondering how old I am, I'm actually 29 years old. I was 27 when I became a nurse. Now, I went to school with people who were like 20. I know. I was like, what? I did not have my life together at that age. But nevertheless, that was like the lower end of the spectrum, where I actually was in class with a lady that was like, I think 55 or 56. This had been her second career choice. She had been a stay-at-home mom turned teacher. Once her kids were out of the house, she always wanted to be a nurse. She actually particularly wanted to be a school nurse. So she went back to school for her second career at the age of like 55, 56. I thought that was so great. So my thing is, I don't want you guys to feel like there's restrictions or limitations on an age. To me, that's discrimination as far as like age or race or ethnicity. Like, in nursing, there's no room for being like, girl, you too old to be a nurse. One of the things you want to take into consideration is the physical requirements of being a nurse. So we do a lot of lifting, a lot of turning, a lot of mobility exercises, a lot of ambulation work. So if you are already suffering from like some kind of physical limitation as far as like your back or as far as your legs, kind of restrictions that the doctor has given you, like don't lift over a certain amount, then you do want to take that in consideration when you want to become a nurse, depending on what type of nurse you want to be, because not all nurses are bedside nurses. So that is like legit one of the main things that a lot of people come into problems with when they're wanting to be a nurse at an older age. Another thing is you have to kind of have tough skin. And I think this goes for any nurse, but especially when you are of older age, a lot of the younger nurses or new nurses, period, they see you and automatically come to the conclusion or jump to the conclusion that you're older, so you must have a lot of experience, so they're going to come to you and ask you a million questions. If you end up in that kind of situation, I suggest all you say is, hey, I'm a new nurse just like you. I don't really know, but hey, let's brainstorm it and figure it out together. Don't take offense to it. Don't get your feelings hurt. It's just an assumption that most likely you cannot avoid. Because I have been put in that situation as well, where I see somebody, I'm like, oh my God, she must know the answer to this. And when I found myself in that situation, all I did was apologize. And the person told me, it was actually a male nurse, and he was like, oh, it's completely fine. But hey, my preceptor has been here for like 10 years. Let's go ask her. And that's pretty much it. I don't want you to feel like you have to go into it feeling like you have to know everything or you have to have the answers to everything. And especially don't go into the job thinking like, I'm older, I got more experience, I don't need nobody's help, because you definitely will not make many friends that way. And that's nurses, doctors, and everybody alike. You have to kind of go in very humble, and that's for any nurse, not just a nurse that's of older age, but just, you know, go in there very humble, ready to learn and ready to take advice or constructive criticism of people from all ages, whether they're older than you or they're a lot younger than you. The question is, when are you too old to be a nurse? I don't think no one is ever too old to be a nurse. I believe if you want to start a second career or even your first career because you devoted all your time to your kids or your spouse and you want to become a nurse or a teacher or a marine biologist, or an accountant. Like, I don't care what you want to be. Don't let your age be a restriction or an excuse for you not to go and achieve those goals. That is my little spiel about the age old question. Age. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, feel free to leave it below. If you are a new nurse, a new grad, make sure to check out my ebook. I will have the link below. It's going to give you all the information you need to know to be successful during your first year as a new nurse, whether you're an LPN or an RN. So make sure to check that out. Make sure to follow me on Snap and IG. And until the next video, I'll see all of my nurse gang later. Bye.